Welcome to Bloodbath & Beyond. Today we review A Quiet Place. If they hear you, they hunt you.
Directed and starring John Krasinski, better known for his role as Jim in The Office, and starring his real-life wife, Emily Blunt, as well as Noah Jupe and Millicent Simmonds. A Quiet Place is about a family living in a post-apocalyptic world where they can't make a sound, otherwise they would be attacked by creatures that are blind, but use their hearing to hunt down their prey. So what do we like?
I'm kicking this off with the whole ambiance of this film. They knew how to build tension with no dialogue and barely any audio. You do have a score and some Foley effects, but the whole film is designed to keep you on the edge of your seats with silence, and they nailed it.
There are so many tense scenes, more so than I thought, including one of the big plot devices being a pregnant wife. She's gonna have a baby, and babies scream if I've ever heard them. And the act of giving birth, she's gonna scream, and you're like, how are they gonna handle this? And it's just really cool to see how the family actually lives in this world without making any sound. And so the way that they built this world was excellent. I was shocked at how well the sound design can make you fear a kid putting down a toy.
For someone whose background is more comedy, John Krasinski did a very good job directing a horror thriller. The way that he not only built the universe, but shot it was very well done. He did a great job creating these characters, showcasing this setting, and giving us cinematic moments where we can appreciate the beauty of what he's showing us, while also keeping things very intense.
I have to be honest, there are like a few moments where you think he's just gonna turn to the camera and I was just like cracking up, but because the whole audience is also silent, I had to keep it all in. Which I have to say, this is probably one of the better movie-going experience considering we were in a packed theater on opening night. Nobody made a sound, but it was very tense, especially when you get a large popcorn and you're like, can I eat this or is everyone gonna freak out? Because this movie consists of only 4 characters, it's really important that you have great chemistry. Obviously, John and Emily Blunt are going to have great chemistry because they're married in real life, but the children and the way that they act together, even as a family, from bickering in silence to just some like fun, playful moments, you really believe that these people are a family that care about each other, but still need to work some things out. It is worth noting too that Millicent Simmonds is actually a deaf actress, and she was kind of boss. She was shutting down her father in a couple scenes, just like, stop it. No, stop it. I'm sick of your shit. It was great.
There's certain points where you're getting the perspective of what she's hearing, and you could tell instantly when the sound is cut off. It's like the oh shit moment. I liked how you didn't think it was gonna become more intense the quieter it got, but you can feel the tension in the theater, and it wasn't an element that was overplayed. They used it a couple times, and it was well executed.
Now, what didn't we like? This is extremely nitpicky, so well, I really liked the film. John Krasinski had this thing where most scenes, he'd have to turn to somebody and just say, shh, you've built your entire life around being quiet. You don't need to turn to your kids and tell them to shut up because they got it. Quit trying to be a hero, John. Now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings. A Quiet Place is a phenomenal film. The way that they deliver this story is excellent. Like, using the absence of sound is great. I loved it in both Don't Breathe and Hush, and this is an excellent movie because of the way that they utilize the absence of sound to build tension. All of the acting is great, and I really enjoyed some of the more emotional scenes and the way that the characters grow over time. It's just really cool to see them trying to deal with creatures that prey on sound and trying to even figure out how I could live. Like, I don't think I could do what they did. It's just a really interesting movie, and it's really cool to see John Krasinski going and directing a horror movie. We have Jordan Peele doing Get Out last year, and we have Danny McBride, another comedian, doing Halloween. I don't know who the next comedian to direct a horror film is, but I'm hoping that we see this one at an awards show, especially for the sound design. So I'm gonna give this 5 bathtubs out of 5.
After seeing the trailer, I was really curious to see what direction this film was gonna go in, and the trailer doesn't spoil anything, which is great. I loved how the story arc was delivered, and John Krasinski did a great job cinematically, both with what he was visually presenting us and the whole sound design. This film nailed their tension. I was on the edge of my seat throughout the entire movie, and I think a lot of people will be as well. Because the way the characters interact with each other, you're not relying on listening to the characters' dialogue, but rather watching what they're doing in the environment around them. And I think this is a great film that you could just get lost in, and that's what helps build this tension. That's what makes it very intense, is that you feel as though you are there. So with that being said, I'm gonna give this film 5 red bulbs out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, it's in theaters right now, so go and watch it. And if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay updated with everything Bloodbath and beyond.